Hello and welcome to round 15 of Grand Prix Dallas Fort Worth. This is the last round of Swiss before we determine our top 8. And we have Hall of Famer Shuhei Nakamura playing against two-time Grand Prix top 8 competitor Marcelino Freeman. Marcelino leads things off with a majoring bully. And that majoring bully has to attack into Council's Lieutenant.
Marcelino have a trick?
He does!
Oh, Yeva's Force Mage.
Yeva's Force Mage, it's a 4-4.
Survives this turn.
Yeah.
Same scenario, just repeats itself next turn, though. Except Shuhei's going in. He wants a Renown trigger.
And he has more first strikers.
Wow.
He's got an Acro and Sergeant for his turn 3.
That's a 3-power. Potentially first striker.
Okay, it looks like we're going to have a fight here. Wild Instincts.
Oh, jeez.
Yeva's Force Mage.
Prowess trigger.
Yeah, that's 7 damage coming in.
Jeez.
Shuhei's on 9.
Turn 4. How does this... Shuhei starts his turn 4 on 9 life, despite playing a pair of first strikers against a majoring bully.
There's Chief of the Foundry.
First striker hanging back on defense.
Yeah, Shuhei pumps the brakes. He's like, hold on.
Yeah, this is not a race I'm winning. We saw him win that crazy game with just 2 lands in the last round.
Marcelino's like, that's his first strike, right? Yeah, okay.
You got a tricks yet?
It doesn't look like it. But I don't think Shuhei's out of tricks either. Double block.
Double block. Okay.
He's like, yeah, it's dead. There's an Undercity Troll.
With regeneration mana. Okay.
Shuhei just attacks with the Consul's Lieutenant.
Marcelino's like, I can just block regen, right? Nothing goes wrong, right? Well, what goes wrong is if Shuhei has some sort of burn spell.
Like, say, a Fiery Impulse.
Like, say, a Fiery Impulse.
And he gets to get 2 life back with Cleric in the forward order.
Nice tempo turn, too. Kind of 2 beats. Kill your guy and play another one.
All right, but 2 3/3s come down from Marcelino Freeman.
These decks look great.
Timber Pack Wolf, Timber Pack Wolf. In comes the first striker. And Shuhei passes the turn with 6 mana open.
2 cards left. Marcelino is also on 6. Right.
In
How
come
about
the
this pair of
3/3s.
3/3s?
Oh, I think I know what's happening here. So Titan Strength.
Or not.
Oh, Ravaging Blaze.
And the worst part of that is that now Shuhei's not killing the wolf, which means the other wolf stays 3/3, and he loses his order without getting anything for it.
He's
or his cleric.
Conclave Naturalists.
Yeah, he plays it just a 4/4. Nothing to kill. More first strikers. Yeah, Shuhei's, I thought it felt like a blowout last turn. Marcelino basically 3-for-1'd him.
Rock Maulers.
But Shuhei's like, I still got these first striking blockers. You can't really attack into me. Marcelino's 3 extra cards are creatures that can't attack into a 3-power first striker.
There's a Lightning Javelin.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
That was like a must counter for Shuhei. And
Yeah,
he had the trick.
Shroudiness counters it, but it doesn't counter it. It still happens. It just prevents damage. Marcelino gets the Scry.
As a reminder, we will close all registration for all on-demand events in 15 minutes.
Still prevent all the damage, right? That shield is still up.
Yeah.
The ultimate conclusion of this is no attacks, right?
Well, he's trying to see.
He's trying to see
like,
if he can just like alpha in over 2 turns.
If Shuhei's not willing to chump block, then basically you put the 2/2 first striker in front of the Force Mage, the 3-power first striker in front of the Timber Watch, and Marcelino gets to hit him for. I mean, that would actually be 11. So I might have alpha struck there if I was Marcelino. Like Shuhei doesn't have. I don't think Shuhei has great blocks that would have taken less than 11 there. I mean, maybe he has another trick, but.
Plays it, gets in for 2.
feel like Marcelino could have just turned them all sideways and it would have worked out.
Gets his creature back. There's Zendikar Incarnate.
Yeah. 4.
It's a 6/4.
Now, surely you turn them sideways now. Oh, it would have been 10 damage. My set of blocks would have shrunk. The first strike damage would have shrunk the wolf from 3/3 to 2/2. So he would have taken 10, not 11.
He adds it up, says, I'll attack.
Yeah, turn them sideways.
A 6/4, a 4/4, a 4/4, a 3/3, and a 2/2. Okay, Shuhei Nakamura, make the play.
Yeah, it feels like he needs a spell. Otherwise, he's going to be forced to chump block Zendikar Incarnate. If he chumps Zendikar Incarnate... Like, the 3-power first striker should pick off a wolf. That one seems easy. And the Knight of the White Orchid can pick off the Force Mage, but can't pick off anything bigger. So if you chump there and eat that creature, how much damage is he taking? 2.
Takes 10.
Right, goes to 1. Yep, makes sense. Yeah, they're just looking to wolves. The first strike takes down the one wolf, so the other one only hits for 2.
It's still alive for damage, though.
Now, Rocksmauler does get the Renown trigger. Now a 6-power Trampler. Zendikar Incarnate is also 6-power.
Marcelino's trying to figure out where his point damage went.
That's 11 damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, first strike kills it, and then the other one deals regular damage.
Yes.
And by then, it's only a 2/2.
Is there a play for Shuhei? He's doing math.
His crackback is only for 5. That doesn't seem like the right play. Yeah.
Well, actually, he gets it's crackback for 6 because of the ability from the Council's
Sure,
Lieutenant.
of course.
But then he needs to basically needs a Ravaging Blaze for
Yep. Did not have enough burn. Did not have an ability
the
to
rest of the
answer
damage. Wow.
the giant creatures on Marcelino Freeman's side. That was a really blistering, brutal, bloody game. Back table, by the way, I think that's actually game 2 already between
Really?
Gregory Orange and Ross Merriam.
That's got to favor Ross Merriam.
Nope.
Really?
The result I see is that Gregory Orange wins game 1.
Wow. Because Ross is playing the deck that has the blistering starts.
Yeah, Gregory Orange is on blue-white. This deck looked pretty good. We watched him draft it. He was on 12-0. He figured out that blue was underdrafted. He moved in. He got totally hooked up in pack 2. Got past multiple blue rares. Hasn't won a match with it yet,
But
though.
it was one of those situations where multiple people at the table seemed to pick up the blue signal at the same
Yeah,
time.
there was one other person who picked up the blue signal. Oh, well, I guess Ross as well. So it sounds like they wound up with 3 blue drafters, even though there weren't any at the beginning. Fair enough. Ross Merriam probably already in this top 8, but wants the 1 seed and wants to avoid the tiebreaker lottery if he can. Wow.
Just plays Ram Roller with Infectious Bloodlust on it.
Smash. Yeah, Greg chump. They're just soaking up a couple of damage.
Takes 3 in the air. Actually.
Now what?
You play another Separatist Void Mage.
Sure.
That's what you do.
That'd be good.
I think he's
This
got one.
Yeah. This format, by the way, has looked
Yep.
fast.
Yeah. Suppression Bonds is what he actually does.
I know there was some debate coming in. Is this format, how fast is it? It's kind of mid-rangey, seemed to be what most people were saying. Last round, there were very few matches going when time was called. Like, we had a previous round that almost ended before time was up, as
Wow.
everybody is just smashing into each other with these aggro decks.
Okay, so Greg Orange falls to 5, and P and Kieran Noir come down. 2 more flyers in the air and the ability to start throwing artifacts.
I mean, we're like 10 minutes into the round, and these guys are ready to go to game 3?
Yeah. So Separatist Void Mage bounces a token But I don't think that's going to do it.
Yeah, no, there's 4 flyers and enough mana for 2 activations of the Nalars. On to game 3.
The new reality show, Nalar Family Values. They
Wow,
do not
that was
value
fast.
their family highly.
Yeah.
Like, take one.
Yeah, not a
Wow.
lot of grinding going on in these matches. I mean, a lot of blocking, a lot of attempting to block, a lot of combat tricks. Feels like you want to get out in front. It's a very tempo format.
Yeah.
It's very tempo-based, sort of.
Titan Strength, Mighty Leap, Titanic Growth.
They're
and
all great.
Shrouding Mist.
They're all good.
Shrouding Mist has been the one that has done the most work to me.
I agree. It's 1 mana.
Yeah.
I mean, Titanic Growth, I feel like the last format that was in, you didn't even play it. And here, it's like, oh, yes, hook me up.
Freeman up 1 game to 0. Now, where was Shuhei at pro points coming into him? No,
He doesn't have very many.
pretty much nowhere.
Yeah, no, I mean, he can close in on, he can put himself in position to get gold and stack those benefits on top of his Hall of Fame benefits. He's going to have a really good pro tour to get up toward platinum, though. He's not.
All right, both players have capped and we're underway. Land. Knight of the White Orchid.
Shuhei came in on 22.
Okay.
So he could get within a couple of points of gold today.
So bash for 3 on turn 3, but no third land for Shuhei, despite a lot of 3s in hand. There's Dragon Fodder.
That, 3.
Takes 3. Still no third land for Shuhei. Curious if he's playing land light. It seems like he's been.
He could easily be a 16-lander.
No.
He's on 17? Wow, Zendikar Incarnate already. Uh-oh. Wow, uh-oh for Team Shuhei. Mr. Freeman's crew may be pretty happy right now. Shuhei does draw his 3rd land.
Makes a Thopter token.
And this is to win Pod 2. Both these guys have pretty good tiebreakers. Winner should be safely in.
Smashes in for 5.
Lame Javelin.
Lightning Javelin.
Lightning
Scry
Javelin.
for 1. 1 in the air. There's a War Oracle.
That could help him come back. That lifelink definitely gives you the ability to race.
Does not want to see a Wild Instincts here. So
No,
no
Wild
Wild
Instincts
Instincts.
is-
Please, no Wild Instincts. There's a Yava Force Mage.
Okay, 3/3 Goblin is willing to trade with War Oracle. Wow, that is 9 damage.
That's 9 damage.
Chump Zendikar Incarnate. Crack back with War Oracle. Tough spot. How many top 8s would this be for Shuhei if we can pull this out? 20 some, right? I don't think he's up to 30. I'm quite confident he's over 20. I think his favorite stat, he's won a Grand Prix on every continent where a Grand Prix has happened. Like 5 Grand Prix wins, 20 some top 8s.
Doesn't have one in Africa.
How many Grand Prix have there been in Africa?
1.
Before his career began.
Just saying, we know
Okay,
someone.
fine.
I mean, I'm just preempting the tweet from Ben Sack.
Got it.
Handwriting is helpful.
Tough to be fair.
Shuhei Nakamura has won 6 Grand Prix. He has top 8'd 25 of them in his career.
This could be. I mean, it's not looking great, but going for 26th Grand Prix and 7 would be the record if he won this. With Tai Kai, right?
And Yuya.
Kai and Yuya. But he's got to win this game against Marcelino Freeman if he wants top 8, number 26. And then he's got to win the next game, too.
Whoa.
And he has to hope our cameras don't fall over.
Jump blocks.
Yeah, jumps into Incarnate. Crunch with the Aura Elemental. He's kind of... What is that?
Is that Vine Snare?
It is!
Wait a minute, though. Has he declared blocker shot? Because there's a Titan Strength in Shuhei's hand. That is power 4 or less.
I mean, you should do this before you declare blockers, right? The right play would be make sure this resolves. Wait, how does the timing work? It's prevent all damage that would be dealt by creatures with power 4 or
Dealt
less?
this turn by creatures with power 4 or less.
So Shuhei can Titan Strength it later, or he needs to
Yes.
Titan Strength it now?
I don't think it matters.
Well, if Marcelino hasn't blocked, Marcelino,
Right.
it would matter.
Yep. Before,
That's exactly what they're discussing.
yeah. Should be. Can we check to discard Oracle? Sure. Yeah. So.
I don't know if we can get a report from the floor on exactly what the...
Yeah, is this a
Debate
question
is-
about whether or not blocks have been declared?
Yeah.
It's a huge play, right? Because if Shuhei gets that Oracle up to... Looks like he's looking up Oracle wording of the card.
FAQ.
You just read it, right? It's prevent all damage.
Yeah, prevent all damage. That would be dealt this turn by creatures with power 4 or less.
Which is this means
So it doesn't, to me, it doesn't even matter when
Doesn't
you...
sound like the timing matters. The timing of whether blocks have been declared or not matters.
my question is like
But the cards seem pretty straightforward.
for this result.
I've been wondering if I would see that, because there's so many like swingy games and
Sure.
so many just like I attack with all my little dorks.
Yep.
That I've been wondering if this card would actually see play in a match.
Makes sense to me. I mean, this is 6 power lifelink for Shuhei. However it works out. The only question is whether Marcelino's taking the 6 or whether has the opportunity to chump. He does have the opportunity to chump, so Shuhei's going to gain the 6 life.
Or did he not?
Oh, he took it back.
I don't understand. I'm not sure I understand exactly what happened there.
No, I don't know either. Wouldn't you want... well, I mean, I guess maybe Shuhei thought they were past blockers and didn't want to use his Titan
Sure.
Strength if Marcelino still had the opportunity to block. And effectively, Titan Strength is gain 6 life in Scry in that scenario.
Here's Wild Instincts, but Fiery Impulse is the play
Oh,
for
boy.
Nakamura.
He is full of
Now
tricks
he
and
passes
answers.
the turn. Now you bet. Do you bash him with the Oracle now? Marcelino has knowledge that he's got the Titan Strength in his hand. Do you attack with the Free Blade too? Yes, you do. You attack with everybody. Okay.
Okay, 6.
So, big board clearing play from Shuhei Nakamura there. Follows up with Council's Lieutenant. We were just getting a little clarification from Rashad. I didn't quite get that. Maybe.
Yeah, well, it sounds like the judge, Shuhei, asked for a clarification on when the fog checks, and the judge said on resolution. So apparently it's creatures that have 4 power or less when the spell resolves.
Interesting. Okay.
It couldn't tighten strength after the spell resolved to turn his creature back on. The spell saw it at the time when it resolved.
Okay. About that later. Forward center. Here's Rock Smaulers. And then 2 more creatures. Okay. Conclave Naturalist came down and he said go, but had an opportunity to kill a Thopter. Here comes Bogart Brute. Double block. Pump with Anointer of Champions. Kill the Rock Smaller. And there's Enthralling Victor. Without much to do. You have a Force Mage go from Freeman. Remember, Nakamura still needs to win another game, even if he wins this one.
I'm impressed that he won this game, though. I thought it was gone. Remember when Marcelino had Shuhei down to single digits and had much gianter men?
And you see the Anointer of Champions just working hard.
Oh yeah. Crazy.
Another Zendikar Incarnate from Freeman. Sends in Enthralling Victor. Blocks, eats something, says go. There's a Timber Pack Wolf. Follows the full moon, it looks like. Attacks with his 2 first strikers. +3, +2 on the console. He has to block it. Has trample. And that's game.
Crazy. Shuhei Nakamura wins a tough game. Oh, we got some empty tables. I didn't see the result come in. Did Gregory Orange finally get the win he's needed for about 5 hours now? Gregory Orange wins game 1. Ross wins, and I don't have an update.
You see player sideboarding.
Do not see the update. I do see an update from the 3rd table, by the way, where Tiago Saporito was just trying to keep cruising. Locked up platinum. Why not make the top 8? Won the match 2-0.
Wow.
Yeah, Tiago Saporito is now, worst case, he's going to be 9th. Like,
Okay.
he could miss on breakers, but
So his worst position here is 4 pro points.
yes, he's got 4 pro points. He'll have a 4 pro point lead on Willie Adel. He's also got the tiebreaker on Willie Adel because he had the the Pro Tour top 8 earlier this season.
See, our turbo match is still
Oh
going.
my goodness. I got the update.
Oh no.
We have a number 1 seed. Ross Merriam
Oh
is our
my
number 1
God.
seed. Ross
Goes from
Merriam, wow.
12-0 to not in the top 8.
He
for
went
Greg
12-3 in that order, did Gregory Orange.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
I know, that was painful.
Wow.
0-3, his deck looked good. He 0-3'd with it. From 12-0 to 0-3, Ross Merriam will be your number 1 seed. Gregory Orange, I mean, he gets 3 pro points.
Right.
It helps him get toward gold and get set up for next year, but now he's got work left to do with the Pro Tour, and he doesn't get to keep playing.
Wow.
Doesn't get this last draft.
I mean, you really have to, like, be amazed there, right? Like, you need 1 win
In 3 matches.
in 3 matches, yeah.
Yeah, he even got paired up in this last round, but
Wow.
Ross wasn't in a position to.
Oh, and he's number 1 seed. He gets to dictate his own fate throughout the top 8. You know, he's in the driver's seat.
Yep. Woo. Yeah, Ross Marion gets to be on the play every match in the top 8. Crazy. Meanwhile, back on the turbo table, we've still got David Ochoa and Eugene Wang playing out their match.
Okay.
Meanwhile, there's like 3 matches off camera that also matter for top 8. Dan Jordan playing Tyler Blum in a win and in.
A win and in?
That's pod 1. Their
Okay.
breakers should be fine.
All right, we're underway here. Marcelino Freeman has a leaf gilder.
Turn 2 Leaf Gilder on the play. So good.
Sorry for the forward order.
Somberwald Alpha.
The big dog.
Yeah, not blocking, that's for sure. Okay, wants to attack.
Okay.
Yeah, 2-2 first strike, no longer a problem. We can attack through that guy. This Leaf Gilder can't attack through that guy.
Sure it can. You have a force mage. Get in for 7.
Have a Force Mage is so much better in this format than it's ever been before. It's crazy how much better that card plays in this world.
In with the creatures.
Renown trigger for the Sergeant.
Yep. And there is Council's Lieutenant. Wild Instincts, maybe?
Oh boy. Be pretty
Nope,
good here.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, that would have happened faster, right?
Yeah.
Somberwald Alpha, though, kind of trumps the 2-power first strike. Yeah, my 2 toughness creatures will become 3 toughness creatures if you block me. Can become tramplers.
And Shuhei takes it.
No follow-up, though. Freeman was really using that Leaf Gilder mana acceleration to pull ahead nicely.
We're going to see something rarely seen.
Oh.
Game 4.
Nice. I mean, just having a vanilla 2/2 body for 2 is pretty good in this world.
Yep.
Seems like that cleric is gonna move up people's draft list. I feel like.
And we're going to get a Vine Snare here.
Jeez. It's like both players gain 4 life. I think. Orchard Spirit. No attack though from the Somberwald Alpha.
Do you have Freeman's list over there?
Yes.
I'm just curious if he's siding in the Vine Snare or
It's
running it.
sideboarded.
Okay.
It's not in the main deck. 1 copy in the sideboard for decks like Shuhei's.
Post-combat haste creature. Fire Fiend Elemental. On D.
Inside,
comes Orchard Spirit.
next to the prize wall. It's order with blanket back. Memento, thank you very much.
I really did not think Shuhei was going to make this top 8 a game and a half ago. Marcelino Freeman seemed like he was so far out in front in game 2. He seemed like he was out in front in this game too. I don't even quite understand how Shuhei is in it. I guess it's first strike and life gain have been the secret to red-white sort of keeping up with the bigger creatures on the green
side.
side.
This turn without the clerics.
Right. I guess Marcelino's draw, he hasn't done a lot since those awesome first 3 turns.
Yeah, he's basically played 5 cards.
One of which
is right, arguably a mulligan.
And suddenly he's at 2. Facing down 6 creatures for Shuhei Nakamura. Are we going to see Grand Prix number 26? What's the record for total top 8s?
I believe it's 28.
25 top 8s for Shuhei Nakamura coming into this weekend. May as well rattle off number 26.
28 for Olivier Ruel.
Olivier Ruel has that record. Shuhei closing in on Olivier. The record for Grand Prix wins. Shuhei can tie in a couple of hours. Congratulations to the Hall of Famer.
He'll become the 3rd player with 7 Grand Prix wins in their career.
He could. Totally could. All right, we got to round out some more seats in this top 8, though. One of these guys is very likely to join him.
Now, there's still a chance that Nakamura could miss on tiebreakers.
I mean, hypothetically, but his breakers are fine. They look fine.
Yeah,
he came in 5th. When you're 5th in the standings and you win, you tend to make the top 8.
Okay.
Yeah, his breakers are, in fact, the 2nd highest in the entire tournament, trailing only Gregory Orange. He was 9-0 yesterday.
Yeah.
Ochoa and Eugene Wang are 9th and 11th, where the winner is going to have to sweat a little bit. Although, you know what? Gregory Orange losing means we're down to 9 possible people tied for it.
Okay.
So that Gregory Orange losing is good news for everybody in the tiebreakers. Like, somebody moved up a spot and got in because Greg Orange is not in the tie.
Mrs. Pilgrimage from Eugene Wang.
These decks don't seem as fast as the last 2.
No call of the full moons here. David Ochoa's got a little bit slower but more card advantage-y version.
Nightly Valor?
In Nightly Valor, yeah.
Just create your own
That
Sarah
is
Angel.
a big stalwart even.
4/6 Vigilance.
Being held off, though, now by a 6/6 Vigilance.
Oh, Spider, huh? Let's see if we can find an answer. Not those 2. How about the next 2?
Draft 144. Draft 144. Players, please proceed to the pastime draft banner in front of the concession stand area. Draft 144.
This guy's there. Spider gets in.
In front of the concessions area.
Ha!
Or not.
Well, gonna put
It's
3
2, 4,
creatures
7
in front.
power. It's a 3-for-1 trade, but it's kind of a 3-for-2 with the Dreadbridge Shaman.
And the token from the Nightly Valor.
Sure. So you're going to call it a 2.5 for 2?
Yeah,
Is that your
yeah.
story? He gained 2 life off the cleric. How much does that count?
2 3/4.
Right.
2 1/4. Incremental card advantage.
What if Eugene Wang discards a land that he didn't care about?
Well, just what happened?
And follows up with a Vastwood Gorger is the important part of the story. It's totally worth it for Ochoa to make that trade, though, because it clears the path for his big flyer. All right, he wasn't able to attack through that Spider. Jeez. Gained 6. Think about how much life he could have gained if he didn't block there. And a Token Free Blade.
Now he's going to decide if he wants to triple block the Vastwood Gorger.
Sure. I mean, probably. It worked last turn. You didn't get blown out. You're not going to get blown out this time. Yeah. Trade a couple of 2-drops for your 6-drop. That'll work.
But Eugene's not done with fatties.
Right, but Ochoa is flying over for 4 every turn, right?
Right. Has a second Nightly Valor. Oh, Celestial Flare! I can't even calculate the card advantage now. I've never seen this many gang blocks in my life. I mean, obviously, that's what you do here, but
Yeah. That Celestial Flare was gigantic. 6'10", vigilant Avon Stalwart.
there's another stalwart Avon.
This one's a little smaller. 1'3" is not the same as 6'10".
Yeah. Oh, Gaia's Revenge.
Sorry, 6'8".
This card is just impossible to deal with.
It's large.
Kind of wish I had some extra creatures to block it with. Oh, there you go. There's some extra creatures. Do we have spell? Do we have spell mastery? Is everything indestructible?
1? Really? Just 1? Crazy.
Kills all of them.
All those cards.
This is a crazy game.
It really is.
Dark Petition. Now he has spell mastery.
Yes. 3 black floating. Hi, Blight Assassin. Sure. Kill your jailer, play a 2/2.
Modern, lots of tickets. Round 4 is being posted on board number 9. Modern for lots of tickets. Round 4 is being posted on board number 9.
What is
So,
that?
Guiltleaf Winnower
Oh, the Winnower.
kills the Valorant Wardens.
Jeez. Ochoa's going to come all the way back and win this game? Is that actually what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, it sure looks that way.
He was way ahead.
He's got the Menace. The Winnower's got Menace now.
Then he was
Sends
way behind.
everyone in.
Now he's way ahead again. This match has been crazy. Glad we get to watch it.
Swift Reckoning. Do you have spell mastery?
Well, you're only playing it at instant speed if you do.
Yep.
Languish. Yeah, I think Ochoa is clinging to his last couple of points of life. Yeah, that was
Wow.
it. Could not afford to take a hit from anything. Eugene Wang wins game 1. Crazy. All right, Ochoa gonna have to win 2 straight. We saw Shuhei do it.
Eugene Wang on the mulligan here.
I just want a game 3. Is that too much
Yeah.
to ask? More clerics.
Yeah, it sounds like the judge ruling on the Vine Snare works the way we think it does,
Really?
where it checks on damage.
It checks all the time?
We'll have to look at it. Someone sent us a couple gatherer pages.
Okay.
I mean, that was how I understood it to work, but the judge ruling.
The
on
judge
floor
said it
was
checks
different.
on resolution.
Yeah,
Is what, at least, I mean, we got it third hand. There may be a telephone game
Right.
coming on, too.
evolutionary leap in play here for Eugene Wang. Huh, that's a 7/7 demon token with vigilance attacking. Just remember to throw in another attacker there for the celestial flare.
Yeah, seriously. Boy, I thought that Celestial Flare was just going to win Eugene Wang that game. And then somehow it didn't, and yet somehow he won it like 3 massive swings of fate later.
Like no reason not to attack with your priest too, right?
Sure.
Like
Would you like to block this, please?
just attacks with everybody.
Sure. Was that 11?
Sacrifices. Foundry of the Council. All right, there we go.
4 more nights.
Gideon's Phalanx for
On
the
to game
winner.
3.
That's what you wanted.
I did. 1 game for a top 8 spot. We haven't seen Ochoa in the top 8 in a little while, have we?
No,
It's a relatively quiet year by
I was
his
just going to say
standards.
quiet year.
Still gold, still in the gravy train. Thanks to today's finish.
Stalwart even stare down.
One on the top, one on the bottom, I believe. Nightly Valor keeps doing work.
Ochoa
It's already-
clearly concerned about Celestial Flare at this point.
Yeah.
But finally says,
Doesn't look like it's there. Now it's Eugene's turn to get his Stalwart Haven renowned. Wow, language cleans up a lot. Ochoa's Stalwart Haven still chipping over. Knightly Valor making it big. Second Knightly Valor making it gigantic. We're right back where we were in game 1. That thing is big enough to attack through the 6/6 spider.
no, not quite big enough anymore if you throw in 2. We're live.
We are live. Eugene Wang on 1 life, though. He can't gang block the Aven.
Wow.
Because he has to block everything else.
Everyone gets to draw a card.
Yeah, Spider
Rune
picks off
Servitor.
Rune Servitor, and the Thopters block the other 2 creatures. Eugene Wang clinging to that last point of life. Trying to keep his top 8 hopes alive. Oh, wow. Now I'm being told that the judge has Gregory Orange winning according to that match slip. Whereas I was told Ross Merriam won the match.
Well, that's huge.
Yeah. And now here's this match. David Ochoa wins.
13-2, good for 4 pro point minimum payout.
It should be a top 8 for David Ochoa.
But now we suddenly have one more person in the pool than we thought we did.
Yeah, no.